Hey guys, it's Tuna doing a top 10 on the most badass main characters in video games, in my opinion. The rules are 1 per franchise. I have to say, I was getting nervous because there are so many to pick. But anyways, number 10. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I was never actually into Mario that much. But I do have to admit, he is very famous, his games are a lot of fun, and he's pretty badass as a main character. I mean, the only downfall he has is he has no personality, but hey, he needs a personality when you got a voice like him. Number 9, Sonic the Hedgehog. Yes, I was always a fan of Sonic instead of Mario. But the only thing that Sonic didn't have that Mario had was an awesome voice. He had a cool voice actor back then, Ryan Drummond, but not anymore. But oh well, I'm not complaining anymore. Whatever. Plus, Sonic has Super Sonic. He's very powerful. He runs fast. He can roll into a ball. Plus, he got the best thing ever, and that is turning into a ball during combat. See what you got on that, Mario. Number 8, Chris Redfield. It was hard picking between him and Leon, but I had to pick him. Why? Because he went from skinny, scrawny, young dude to big, buff, badass in freaking Resident Evil 5. I mean, did you see that? Damn. Plus, who has a bigger knife than him? That's what I thought. Number 7, Link from Legend of Zelda. Why? Because you can see where all his equipment comes from, unlike in RPGs when you can't see them. I mean, you see his sword on his back, his shield on his back, his bow, and he can actually switch equipment during battle. And not only that, but he has something to do with time that makes him grow from like 7 to 17. God damn, I wish I went through that. I wouldn't have had to go through this puberty phase that everybody has to go through. Okay, shut up. Onward. Number 6, Solid Snake. Yes, from Metal Gear Solid. I mean, who else can resist that voice of his? Wait. No homo. I don't think that helps at this time. Oh well, anyways. He is very stealthy, has awesome guns, and he's pretty funny himself. I mean, judging by him, you'd always think he's some kind of stereotypical mercenary, right? Wrong! Well, yeah, but he has some personality other than that woo-woo thing that most mercenaries have. Onward to number 5. This guy's not that popular, not known by many people, but I played his game, and it's awesome. Yuri from Tales of Vesperia. Yes, indeed. Well, unlike most of the other characters in the Tales series, he doesn't actually have a problem. He's pure badassness, and he doesn't need to change during the middle of the story. Although the tie between him and Luke in the beginning, but I did notice that Luke was sort of a spoiled, annoying, dumb kid in the beginning of the game of Tales of the Abyss, but other than that, oh my god, it was so hard to choose between them. But yeah, I had to pick Yuri. Why? Because he's voiced by Troy Baker, that's 1, and he's not whiny, that's 2. Yeah, that's about it. But damn, the guy's a badass. You can even tell by his moves and what he does. Number 4, Laharl. Why? Cause he has that awesome laugh, he has antennas, and his game isn't really all serious and stuff. Plus, he's not that serious. All he wants to do is become the overlord of his old throne that his father passed away. But he's funny, he has funny comrades, and after he thinks he's done with his mission and stuff, he becomes a very kind demon, actually. I would say young man, but he's like 1,313 years old. I'm not gonna say that's young, not even if you paid me. Also, most attacks that have to involve meteors always come from the sky, and the character just stands still when they use it. Like, I don't know, certain somebody named Sephiroth. Anyways, Laharl actually rides his while doing his laugh, and hops off of it last minute. Suck on that, Sephiroth. Number 3. Well, this guy doesn't have a particular name since you can name anything, but according to the manga of Persona 4, his name is Soji Seta. And I pick him, why? Because just look at him, he's pretty badass. Unlike the other three protagonists that are kind of stereotypical. First one was always, I don't know, sort of broody but yet prep sort of character. Like, you know, just that kind of guy. 2 was a handsome but I'm obviously gay character. And 3, the emo dude. Yeah, I'm not gonna go into details with that one, but you can obviously tell how these characters are. Unlike Soji, he actually gets to be called something other than him, she, her, or, well, not her, but, you know, stuff like that. He actually gets called senpai, or partner, or buddy, or friend, or something like that. I prefer senpai over him any day. Plus, his persona breaks the elements of the other ones, always fire. No, this one's lightning. What is it weak to? Not ice. It's weak to wind, and it's strong against darkness. Everything else is just, all the other ones are like weak to something and weak to another thing. They were never strong or null to anything. Unlike Izanagi. That's why I think that Soji Seta was placed on number 3 on this list. Number 2 is Tidus. Why? Well, unlike the other protagonists from Final Fantasy, he's not emo or brooding or anything, even though I do like Squall a lot. And, okay, I know you guys are gonna get mad at me, but I hate Cloud. I don't know why people actually like him. He's a dick in Final Fantasy VII. He's a douche. He's like not even cool. The only thing that I probably did like from him is when he dressed like a girl, because I thought that was funny. Other than that, he's a douche. I liked him in Advent Children. Why? Because he had no personality in that movie. All he said was, "What? Blah blah blah. I'm leaving. Not interested." That's all he said. And he did some fighting. That's all. He was never cool to me, except in Kingdom Hearts and Advent Children. Everything else, he was just a dick. Anyways, let's actually start talking about Tidus, and I'll stop ranting about Cloud for you guys. Anyways, unlike everybody else, like I said, he's not brooding or emo or anything. Tidus is actually a very happy character, very athletic. He's not, you know, strong just because he has a certain weapon, or he was blessed with something, or he was a soldier or anything. He was just strong. He was an athlete of a game in Final Fantasy X called Blitzball. And he was never into sword fighting, he never had anything like that. But he was trapped into or he was sent to another dimension 10,000 years ago, in the future, which was his actual same dimension, except not 10,000, sorry about that, it's 1,000 ahead in the future. But still, I actually like Tidus more than any of the other protagonists, and he actually has natural strength. So that's why I think Tidus should be number 2 on this list. Okay, before we go to number 1, we're going to recap. Number 10, we have the gaming legacy Mario. And number 9, we have his rival Sonic. Number 8, we have Chris Redfield, main character of Resident Evil 1 and 5. And then in number 7, we have Link from Legend of Zelda, every game. And then number 6, we have Solid Snake from Metal Gear Solid series. Number 5, we have Yuri from Tales of Vesperia and the Tales of series. And then number 4, we have Laharl from Disgaea, and he's been making so much more appearances than all his other games. Anyways, number 3, we have Soji Seta from Persona 4. Number 2, we have Tidus. Now, for number 1. Yes, it's Marth from Fire Emblem. Why? Well, for one, just look at him. He's a badass, even though he looks somewhat feminine, but come on, you can't lie about that. Plus, in Brawl, if you played as him, you can see all the moves he has in Fire Emblem. And in the Fire Emblem, he actually has more moves, but, you know, Brawl, they had to shorten some of them, even though a lot of his normal attacks are based off of his normal attacks from Fire Emblem. Though, I do think he still looks kind of feminine. In fact, when I first played as him in Super Smash Bros. Melee, I thought he was a girl. And I thought his name was Martha, but until I seen it was Marth, and then I actually played his game, I was impressed to find out he was a guy. And the only reason he wears a tiara, for you guys out there, is because his sister. It's for his sister. Very deep meaning. Anyways, that concludes my top 10. Thank you for listening. This is Tuptunip, and I am out. See ya!